Beneath the ocean's rolling waves lies an immense and mysterious world, a dark abyss where sunlight never reaches and crushing pressures rule, holding secrets we've barely begun to explore. From water's mysterious origins to immortal life forms, today we're looking at 5 of the most baffling deep-sea mysteries that continue to puzzle scientists across the globe. Roughly 70% of Earth's surface is covered by water, with an enormous area of around 220 million square miles and an average depth of over 12,000 feet. It's the largest habitable environment on the planet. That's an immense amount of water, but there's an intriguing mystery behind it. Earth formed about 4.5 billion years ago, yet scientists still aren't entirely sure how all this water got here in the first place. Researchers have developed 2 main theories about Earth's watery origins. One possibility is Earth formed in an area of space rich in materials, including water, right from the start. Alternatively, Earth could have originated in a hotter, drier region, with water arriving later via asteroids, comets, and meteorites. While the idea of Earth's water arriving by space delivery might seem incredible, it has solid scientific backing. Carbonaceous chondrite meteorites, for example, can contain up to 10% water. During the early history of the solar system, space rocks frequently collided with planets, potentially bringing significant amounts of water with them. Studying these meteorites provides vital clues. Analyzing meteorites' chemical composition, specifically the ratio between hydrogen and its heavier isotope, deuterium, can reveal their origin. Comets, in particular, have distinctive high ratios of deuterium to hydrogen, serving as clear indicators of their contribution. Ultimately, many scientists believe Earth's oceans resulted from a combination of both local formation conditions and external deliveries from space. The full answer remains elusive, making it one of Earth's greatest mysteries. The ocean may seem calm on the surface, but beneath the waves, it's a surprisingly noisy place. Human activities, animal communications, volcanic eruptions, and seismic shifts all blend together to create a complex underwater symphony. However, some sounds picked up from the ocean depths have left scientists puzzled. One mysterious sound, known as the upsweep, was first detected in 199. True to its name, the upsweep resembles a whale steadily rising in pitch, lasting only a few seconds each time. Intriguingly, the sound originates from a remote point between New Zealand and South America, peaking in spring and autumn. Despite ongoing detection, scientists have yet to determine its exact source. Another enigmatic noise called the ping surfaced in 2016, alarming hunters in Canada's remote Fury and Hecla Strait, who reported it was driving animals away. The Canadian military even dispatched aircraft to investigate but found nothing. Numerous theories emerged at the time, with mining operations and environmental activists both accused and both denying responsibility. To this day, the true source of the ping remains unknown. Perhaps the most infamous underwater sound ever recorded is the bloop. Captured in 1997 by hydrophones scattered thousands of miles apart across the Pacific Ocean, the bloop was an exceptionally loud, deep rumble. Initially, theories were numerous. Was it a covert military operation, machinery from a large ship, or even something far more fantastical? Fans of horror literature speculated it might be linked to the legendary sea creature from H.P. Lovecraft's story, The Call of Cthulhu, especially since the source was pinpointed remarkably close to the fictional location of Cthulhu's emergence. However, after nearly a decade of scientific research, the mystery was finally solved in 2005. Scientists determined that the bloop was actually the sound of a massive iceberg carving away from a glacier. Interestingly, with climate change accelerating glacier melt, we may hear more bloops echoing through the ocean depths in the coming years. Deep beneath the ocean's surface, where darkness prevails, occasional bursts of glowing light illuminate the inky waters. This fascinating phenomenon, known as bioluminescence, where living organisms produce their own light, has evolved independently around 100 times, making it incredibly widespread in the marine environment. Remarkably, up to 90% of creatures inhabiting the ocean's twilight zone, located between 200 and 1,000 meters deep, are capable of producing some form of bioluminescence. They use this ability for various purposes: attracting mates, camouflaging themselves from predators, luring prey, or even deterring potential threats. Some unexpected examples include lantern sharks that create glowing lightsabers along their bodies to advertise their defensive spines as a deterrent to predators. Bioluminescence isn't a new development either. Recent research traced its origins back around 540 million years to a group of marine invertebrates called octocorals. Despite pinpointing when bioluminescence first evolved, scientists still aren't entirely sure why animals began emitting light in the first place. There is one intriguing theory, however. Over 540 million years ago, Earth's oceans experienced a significant increase in oxygen levels, coinciding with a dramatic diversification of life known as the Cambrian explosion. This rise in oxygen might have spurred evolutionary adaptations, including bioluminescence, as organisms adapted to these newly oxygen-rich conditions. Since bioluminescence results from oxidation reactions, chemical reactions involving oxygen, it's plausible that the initial glow was simply a byproduct of metabolic changes. Over time, this incidental glow proved advantageous, evolving into the intentional signals and camouflage strategies we see today. When we think about the ocean, our minds usually picture rolling waves and vast stretches of blue water, but hidden beneath the surface is a place even more mysterious: the ocean floor. While satellites have managed to map the entire seabed, these maps are rough sketches, often missing critical details. Important features such as underwater mountains or intriguing relics like shipwrecks remain invisible on these general maps. Only about 26% of the seafloor has been explored in detail using high-resolution imaging. This makes the ocean floor more mysterious to us than the surfaces of the Moon or Mars. Every deep sea dive is essentially a voyage into the unknown, often revealing places that no human has ever seen before. Astonishingly, more people have visited the Moon as part of the Apollo missions than have ventured to the Challenger Deep, the deepest part of the ocean. Detailed mapping of the seafloor could dramatically expand our understanding of ocean currents and climate change, and even help improve tsunami predictions. But the potential discoveries don't stop there. An accurate and detailed view of the seabed could revolutionize our understanding of how the Earth itself was formed. Recently, researchers from the University of Maryland took this exploration deeper by using seismic imaging technology to look into Earth's mantle. Their study revealed evidence of an ancient seabed that likely sank into Earth's interior around 250 million years ago. According to Dr. Jingchun Wang, who led the study, this discovery is just the tip of the iceberg. scientists believe countless other ancient structures await discovery deep within our planet. Humans have always been captivated by the idea of escaping death. Throughout history, we've sought immortality through religion, astrology, cryogenic freezing, and even mythical quests like the Fountain of Youth. Yet, astonishingly, the secret to eternal life might have been floating quietly in the ocean all along, disguised as a jellyfish. When picturing jellyfish, most of us imagine them during their Medusa phase, beautiful drifting umbrellas trailing delicate tentacles. But the jellyfish life cycle is far stranger and more fascinating than this stage alone. Jellyfish start life as larvae, tiny cigar-shaped swimmers looking for a place to anchor themselves. Once settled, the larvae transform into polyps, stationary, anemone-like creatures that multiply rapidly. These polyps can cover entire surfaces, from boat docks to ocean floors, sometimes forming vast, bushy colonies. Under the right conditions, these polyps produce thousands of tiny baby jellyfish, which grow into the graceful Medusa forms we recognize. But the real marvel begins at the jellyfish's apparent death. The immortal jellyfish, Turritopsis dohrnii, after dying, sinks to the seafloor and starts to decay. Remarkably, instead of fading away completely, its cells regroup, reverting to the polyp stage and eventually sprouting new jellyfish. Essentially, the creature skips back to an earlier life phase, effectively restarting its life cycle. Dr. Lisa Ann Gershwin, a jellyfish researcher in Tasmania, describes this phenomenon as one of the most extraordinary discoveries ever made. And this incredible ability isn't limited to just one species. In 2011, a marine biology student in China observed a similar process in the moon jellyfish, Aurelia arita. After its death, a small polyp emerged from its remains, eventually developing into a new jellyfish. Today, scientists have discovered around 5 jellyfish species capable of this remarkable form of regeneration. But why would jellyfish evolve this bizarre survival tactic? Simply put, this regeneration provides an extraordinary advantage. When weakened by age, illness, or facing danger, a jellyfish can trigger its astonishing survival mechanism and begin anew. This process, called cellular transdifferentiation, involves cells shifting from one type into another, essentially remodeling the jellyfish's body entirely. While Dr. Gershwin notes there's currently no direct link between jellyfish immortality and human longevity, she doesn't rule out the possibility of genetic advancements in the future. Perhaps one day, incorporating a few jellyfish genes could enable humans to regenerate. From the origin of water on Earth to the incredible immortal jellyfish, these are just a few of the ocean's greatest mysteries. We actually have 20 more oceanic mysteries for you to watch on your screen now. If you've made it this far, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps us out. Thank you for watching, stay curious, and we'll see you on the next one.